Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fish from Tech Orders, and today is Thursday, June 20th. I'm over here on the Bayside, North End, Barnegat Light, in the afternoon time frame. Just here to share an updated fish report with you folks. Kind of share what's going on here in the Long Beach Island local area. Off the beach, basically Fluke is going to be your best bet, targeting them with either a bucktail or a single hook with Gulp. It's going to be kind of your best bet off the beach right now. You could also check out fishing smaller hooks with, say, some artificial bloodworm like fish bites or live bloodworm for kingfish. You can also fish with some meteor baits like mackerel or bunker for sharks or rays that are around. Just know the laws and regulations on them. Both sandbar sharks and sand tiger sharks are prohibited species, so you don't want to take them out of the water. Just give me this 1 second while the Coast Guard helicopter's flying over here. So right now on the Bayside, awesome fluke fishing still taking place. You can fish for them on some local areas on Long Beach Island on the Bayside. Also fishing the channels and main thoroughfares in the boat. I was out yesterday in the pouring rain, got into a bunch of fluke. Today I actually fished out offshore, ran off to fish some, say, some inshore, midshore wrecks. Got us some good fishing. Had some good fluking, good sea bassing. Can't remember the names actually. I can't remember. I guess it was Andrew. I think he's a New York firefighter. He's down here with family for the week. I forget the other guy's names, the last names. Sorry, all the days kind of run together. But we got out there, had some good fun fishing earlier in the morning. Most of that action was on Gulp, fishing the bigger 6-inch grubs. Pink shine, white were the two best producers. Those are most of the time what I'm mostly fishing. I couldn't get a bite on salmon. Fished some other colors too. For the most part, white pink shine was doing it for us, 5 and 6 inch. Got a bunch of keepers in the box early. Switched over to did a few rods. Switched up with some jigs and jigged some sea bass. We're using little sand eel jigs that Hoagie makes. You can also use diamond jigs. We jigged up some nice keeper sea bass too. A bunch of shorts as well. Bounced around to a couple different wrecks, a couple different areas, and the first stop was definitely the best one. So unfortunately, the second half for our day was not as good, didn't stack up as good as the beginning of the day. But we had fun nonetheless. Light winds, fair sea conditions. We've had this swell sticking around here for a number of days. If you've been following my reports, you will see that I mentioned a couple days back we had some long period swell that was going to be lingering in the area. That swell from subtropical storm Don is still coming in. It's in the, I call it 1 to 3 foot range right now, depending on the tides, depending on the local areas. Different towns will have a little more swell, like Harvey Cedars. Certain towns will have a little smaller swell, depending on the angle of the beach and whatnot. With that said, Don will stick around longer. It's been here for a number of days and it will continue. It looks like it's gonna linger around even in next week. Different days, different period, different strength, different angle. We'll see possibly 2 to 3 foot swell in the foreseeable future, probably for the next 5, maybe even more days. But I see even into Tuesday, after this weekend, we've got some Don swell sticking around. So be on the lookout for that. As long as the winds are light, should be nice out there. Had a beautiful drift today. Just yesterday, just had that ugly kind of rain that put a damper on things. But we got on, did a little fishing before it, in it. And unfortunately, we kind of called it quits during it. Didn't really get the nicer part of the afternoon. I know some anglers got out, got some nice fish on the beach. Tommy Smith, shout out to him. I know I saw him. I think that was yesterday. I saw him on the with the family on the pontoon boat fishing in the bay. I know he said he got a bunch of shorts. I got a bunch of shorts as well. Didn't do too good with the keepers. I think the tide was a little wonky for us. I think if we had a little later session, we would have done better. That being said, he shared that his son, I believe also Tommy Jr., fished the beach and had a bunch of shorts, some good fun fishing, fishing the Mid-Island surf. So like I mentioned just a second ago in the report, Long Beach Island surf has lots of fluke in the wash, in the bowls, in the troughs. You want to fish those areas. Do not discount that close to the beach area. Fish those lures, fish those baits right up to the lip of the beach, right to your feet. There's little pools, there's little pockets. That's where you want to focus. You want to fish in those little pools. You can catch fish at dead low tide in those pockets. You can also fish throughout the incoming, outgoing, and the higher tides. I believe today on Thursday, I think 4 o'clock is low tide. I guess that means that around, I guess that'd be 10 o'clock would be high. Whatever, sunset's 8:30-ish, something like that. Right now, American flag over there isn't even blowing. Very, very calm day. I know they were calling 5 to 10, maybe out of the north, northeast. Some reports were saying dead, still calm. So it was kind of breezy a little bit, kind of dropped out. So it's a beautiful day to be on the beaches of LBI, whether you're on the water fishing the bay or in the ocean. I know some anglers are getting out, getting into some mid-shore tuna fishing action. Some people are getting off to the main canyons. I know that Jimmy Johnson Tournament out of Atlantic City is taking place right now. It's this week. Hopefully you guys are getting into the action with some marlin and some tuna. I know Dante Sorrente on the MJs, he's from Magic Tail Bucktails. No, they had put almost a 200 pounder. I think it was a 195 pound big eye on the scales there the other day. So congrats to you guys. They always put meat on the deck, so no surprise. Have heard I can share a little action from the inlet. I know that it seems like the fluke fish in certain areas up there have kind of slowed down. I think some of the deeper areas in the bay have been kind of where you want to focus, and maybe some of these wrecks and reef sites, even open bottom in the ocean for fluke. But I can say some sheep's head be getting caught on the jetty. I know some triggerfish are around. Some of those banded rudder fish. As you saw, Greg Carr had one of them the other day. I threw that picture up. There's always a great debate between amberjacks and banded rudder fish. From what I know, that top dorsal fin, if you split that in half and you come down to the anal fin, if that's about 50% the midway point, that's kind of a telltale sign that banded rudder fish. A lot of times the smaller banded rudder fish have the bands on them, like a vertical stripes. The large ones do not. Greg Carr caught one the other day. He said it was an amberjack. I looked at it and said, I think that's a banded rudder fish. But you know what? I'm going to post it and call it an amberjack. Figure it would stir up a little Instagram, social media, commenting, little extra push never hurts. So I tossed it up there. So if you want to drop a message, what you think, if it's an amberjack or a banded rudder fish, jump on our Instagram or Facebook, throw a post, throw a comment on there. I'll throw a little photo of that here. Greg Carr caught that in the bay just the other day. Like I mentioned, I've been fishing every day this week. Catch a lot of fluke, catch a lot of bluefish. Actually caught some striped bass this week. I guess the surf is in the low 70s. We had a little upwelling event. A lot of that has kind of faded out with this recent northeast little bit of breeze that we had. Blew in some surface water down well, pushed that cold water down. Had a little warm up in the surf. Definitely still on the cool side. Little nipply when we first jump in, but it's definitely beautiful water for mid-July here on the beaches of LBI. Like I said, mid-70s. You might have high 60s in some areas, but 68, 69, 70. You might even get to the mid-70s in some areas. If this light onshore wind persists and we stay out of that southerly wind kind of blowing zone, we'll hopefully get warmer water temperatures. Maybe it gets back up in the mid-70s and up from there. This is kind of time of year we have the warmest water temperatures, when we start getting some of those exotics, call them some hardtail species like the bonita, some Spanish mackerel. You might see some albies here sometime in the near future. Some mahi inshore, some cobia, like I mentioned, sheep's head, triggerfish, fluke fishing should be good, bluefish, still some striped bass around at the right times and places. Definitely a lot of good opportunities to fish Long Beach Island, whether it's on the beach, on the bay side, up in the jetty, if you've got your feet on the ground, or if you want to jump in the boat, whether it's your own boat, rental boat, charter boat. There's definitely plenty of boats to jump in, have some fun. I'm booked out for most of the summer. I run fish head charters, but if you want to give me a call, look me up, I can definitely put you guys in touch with a lot of different captains that are out there every single day catching a bunch of fish, put you on fish, whether it's now, throughout the rest of the summer, or the fall time season. If you're looking to get some prime dates in the fall, now would be the time to kind of think that through. November, definitely hot time, late October hot time. Most of the time I always say to people that call me up or in the shop asking, Halloween to Thanksgiving is really prime time striped bass fishing LBI in this greater area. But there's good striped bass fishing taking place right now. Had a bunch of striped bass this week. Last week I had some good fun fishing. Like I mentioned, bluefish are still here, light tackle fun, great fun on the fly. You want to get down to LBI and get in some fun fishing, stop by Fisherman Takeovers, get geared up. We're here for you 7 days a week, all season long. If you need fresh line, maybe you're looking for a new rod or reel, maybe you need some tackle, maybe to re-up on your Gulp game, we've got it all. Got a good selection of saltwater fishing tackle right now and throughout the entire season. We also have full-time, year-round reel service, rod service techs. You need say a guide repair, maybe a butt cap, something like that. Maybe you need a new grip on your surf rod. Think that through now so you're ready for the fall. If you need to get kind of emergency repair so you get back in the action, get into as good summertime fun fishing we got right now, stop by. We can get a new tip on your rod. Like I mentioned, new guides. Some of that takes a little time. Some of it we can do over the counter. Maybe you need a reel service. I don't know if you dunked your reel on the beach, got it salty, got it sandy. We're seeing a couple reels trickling in, but right now we're pretty caught up on reel service. You need to get your reels ready for the fall. Now's the time to drop them off for a good clean and lube, or you need a repair. Maybe check your drags, check your bearings. Clean lube maintenance goes a long way. Maintenance matters. So once again, it's Greg at Fisherman's Headquarters. We're located in Ship Island, the entrance to Long Beach Island. Check us out. You can also stop by or also look at us online, fishermansheadquarters.com. You also follow Fish Reports. I try to do my best to get reports up there at least once or twice a week at fishinglbi.com. It's a Fish Report blog that I've been running for a better part of 10 plus years. Hopefully you subscribe and follow the YouTube videos here. Follow us on social media. Give us a thumbs up, give a little subscribe, give us a comment below. Appreciate all of the support and feedback. And if you want to share your report, throw it in the comments below. Love to share that with the community. Have a great day. Pretty badass, bro.